Hello, my crafty friends. I'm going to move some of this stuff a little bit because we're not going to use it for a few minutes while we wait for everybody to come in. I'm going to just play with this a little bit. I'm weaving on this little loom double wide, and this is the first time I've done that. The one place I think they messed up was not giving you a shuttle that's double wide. They made the shed stick where you could make it double wide, but the shuttle is not. It's doable, but and you can see mine's pulling in on this side. That's because I wasn't leaving enough of a enough of an arc when I go in. But anyway, it's easier if your shuttle is in this kind of loom anyway. It's easier if your shuttle is the same size as your let's go up here just a little bit. As the weaving that you're doing on it. And if you're using a big loom and you've got a boat shuttle, that's not as important. But if you're using this little kind of shuttle, it really does help, especially when you're, it makes it faster for it to be the same size, at least, if not a little bit bigger than the loom itself. But when you're working on one of these little looms, you're just doing it for something fun to do and to create, and you're not, speed is not your, not the most important thing, or you wouldn't be working on this kind of a loom. So, I'm making it work okay. But if it was as big as the loom, when I get to the going back part, it would go through there really fast. And this way I have to kind of push it through a little bit at a time. And that's not, as, as easy. So when you want to go back through, you raise the shed and then you can just stick it through. And if it was full size, I could do that and pull it out, but I have to do this instead. And so that just makes it take a little bit longer. But like I said, speed is not your goal when you're weaving on this anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh, wow. I forgot. I hadn't even looked at chat. Oh, goodness. Sorry. Oh, dear. That's hilarious. I am so sorry. I guess I thought I was making a video. I don't know what I was thinking. Hi, Mina. Oh, goodness gracious. Hi, Josie. Hi, Joy. Hi, Julie. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Janet. I'm glad y'all are all here. Sorry, I was kind of just talking away and not paying any attention. It's kind of been one of those days. Yesterday, I was supposed to get a package from Amazon, and it was a supplement that that we take when we have any kind of congestion or anything. It's supposed to be really good for your lungs, and so I wanted to have some more on hand. And so I ordered it from Amazon instead of going and trying to find it at the store. And it was supposed to be delivered yesterday. And I got a text yesterday afternoon saying that they had tried to deliver it and were unable to. And which was kind of ridiculous because I know I was there and there was not like a big dog in my front yard or snow or anything that should keep them from being able to deliver it. But, and I've had this happen a few times before, but when they've done it before, they've always said, we'll try again tomorrow. But this time it didn't say we'll try again tomorrow. It said you have to go to the post office and pick it up. Well, the post office that I have to go to pick it up is halfway across town. There are two post offices that are much closer to me than the one where I have to go to pick it up, which is kind of silly. It's like our jurisdiction or whatever is under this post office that's way far away. Anyway, I went over there and got in line, and I had to, I was in line out the door because you had to be 6 feet apart in line, which is fine with me. I'm happy to stay away from people, but so I was in line, and about the time I got in where I could hear them talking, there was this one line where you're supposed to go to pick stuff up. Just pick up a package or pick up things that are on hold or whatever. So I went, I don't blame them, Janet. I don't blame them at all. Hi, Jude. I'm glad you're here. Anyway, I could hear people talking, and all these people in front of me were saying, I had a package that was supposed to be delivered yesterday from Amazon, and they said that they were unable to deliver it, but I was home all day and they didn't even try to deliver it. And then they would give them the number and they would look it up, and the guy would say, well, it's on the truck to be delivered today. So all these people go to the post office, wait in line, and then they have to go home and wait for it to be delivered. And sure enough, I got up there and I said, same thing. I got that same message, and I showed it to him. And then I showed him my number, and he said, okay, if you will give me your number, I'll type it in. So I said my number off to him. He typed it in. He said, it's on a truck to be delivered today. He said, I have no idea what's going on, but I do know it's on a truck right now. So anyway, so I came home, and they did deliver it. But it was the weirdest thing. It was like, okay, so do we have this one delivery driver or two or whatever in town? Those ones that deliver things on Sunday are not normal postal workers. They're, I guess, contract labor or something that, people that are using their private vehicles to deliver. And anyway, I don't know if they just decided they didn't want to deliver, or if Amazon had some weird snafu in their computer system that was making that message go out to everybody, because things were delayed a little bit, which, I wouldn't be surprised if things were delayed. And if they had said, your package is delayed, it's going to be a day late, it wouldn't have been a big deal to me. But anyway. Yes, Mina. We've taught people to weave on cardboard too. The guild has. We put slits in the cardboard and instead of putting pins on it, but yeah, you can make a purse, you can make a flat piece, or you can weave all the way around the cardboard and make a purse. I've done that. So anyway, it's a weird time that we're living in right now. They just today, our mayor decided finally to do a shelter in place order, which truly didn't change a whole lot, because the disaster, whatever it was, order. Hi, Nana. It's good to see you. That was already in place had the same kinds of stipulations. The only difference is now it's punishable by a fine or a jail time if you don't obey it. So anyway, except now maybe I didn't go by and check, but Michael's and Joanne's and Hobby Lobby have all been open all this time, and they may not be now. I don't know. I didn't go look. But yeah, this is a kit. You can find it on Amazon. I got it at Tuesday morning, but it's the Clover Mini Weaving Loom Double Kit. They have a single one, which is only this wide. And then this one, you put it together and make it this wide, or you can do it singly. So, but this is what it looks like. And you can find it on Amazon. And I think it's about $18 on Amazon, if you can get Amazon to deliver. Anyway, we just have to have some grace for everybody right now. But yeah, this one's fun. I've seen other ones that had a little bit wider tines, and so your weave was wider apart. And if this had been wide like those, I probably wouldn't have bought it. But I liked this one. So actually, Nana, this one I do want to make a book cover or a journal cover with it, but not this particular one. Right now, I'm making some. Our guild, our weaving guild, is doing a. We have a meeting every other year, and so in 2021 is when the meeting is going to be in May, and we're making tea wallets to give as they give a little bag to all the people who come to CHT. It's Contemporary Hand Weavers of Texas, and they give them, and different guilds all over the state put goodies in there, and our goodies are going to be tea wallets. And so that's what I'm making this for, is to make a tea wallet. So yeah, that would be fun, Jude. I haven't done one with fabric, but I have done them with yarn. Fabric sounds fun. It's a wallet that you like. It closes and you open it up, and it has places for you to tuck tea bags, so you could put a selection of tea bags in your purse. It's just an unnecessary cute thing. But I'm just doing this one in strips of colors. I probably, when I'm finished with this, I'll choose a different combination and then do another stripe of that color. And I'm not going to make it a certain amount, so they won't necessarily be the same size. But I think it'll be fun. I just thought I'd work on this a little bit until everybody gets here. Hi, Julie. It's good to see you. I probably missed a bunch of other people while we've been talking about this. Hi, Barbara. If you're here and I missed saying hi to you, I'm sorry. I'm glad you're here. Hi. Anyway, so when I read about that, the shelter in place order going into effect today in our town, they decided it this morning, announced it this morning, it went into effect this morning. So they just did it all at once. And the little town Canyon that's really, I don't need that, that's really close to us, they did the same thing today, a little bit later in the day. So, but anyway, they had a special announcement underneath it on the internet, that said, shelter in place does not mean you have to go to the grocery store today. Please don't go unless you have necessary items that you need. But I had to go, of course, to the post office to try to pick up my package. And so I went past Walmart, and there was not an empty parking space in the parking lot. I went past United, and there was not an empty parking space in the parking lot. It looked exactly like it did when they were saying, everybody's running out of toilet paper. It's like, okay, does anybody actually listen to what they've been saying? So anyway, well, they've been telling us these same things, except I think there are probably a few more places that have to close down now that didn't before. But the grocery stores are still, open and all of that. It's not the kind of thing where you just can't go anywhere, but they are expecting people to have some common sense. And so I had a few things I wanted to pick up for my mom and for my son, but I decided they were not essential. I was not going to stop there today. I'll go back another day when something more essential is on the list. Yes, people are ignoring the advice. And I'm trying very hard not to ignore the advice. My husband's going to work because he works for a plumbing company, and that's pretty essential. At least if you have plumbing problems, you think it's essential. And but my son is not going to work, and we're not going anywhere. I go to the grocery store. My husband goes to work. That's it. Yes, they do. I wish they wouldn't. It'd be a lot easier for all of us if people wouldn't panic, but would just, do what they're supposed to do. Uh, yeah, but that's not going to happen, Nana. I wish it would if we could get rid of it quicker that way, but I don't see people doing that. I mean, it's obvious that they're not right now. And there's a lot more things that in modern society we consider essential businesses than 100 years ago. What they would have considered essential. You know. Hi, Joyce. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. That's right, Jude. Well, there are. I mean, when you think about it, there are so many things that we consider essential to our modern way of life. They may not be essential to life itself, but they're essential to our modern way of life. And I'm grateful there. I guess I don't know. It's hard to know if things would be over faster if we just shut down everything. But if you do that, then there are other repercussions. So I'm glad I'm not the one making the decisions. I'll just say that. I'm glad I'm not the one making the decisions. Oh, I'm sure, Janet, especially considering how things are right now where you live. How did this get? Oh, no, it's okay now. Somehow that got messed up. But hi, Mindy. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I'm just doing a little bit of weaving while we wait for everybody to get here, while we chat, and then we'll start on the lap book, the last bit of the lap book in just a little bit. That's right. That's right. We do the best we can. Um, my mom asked me if I was afraid of her while I was wearing a mask when I came over to see her um, yesterday, and I told her that I didn't want to take any chances of bringing something to her. She's still struggling to get over pneumonia right now, and I didn't want to inadvertently bring something to her when I didn't know I was sick, and so we just have to do the best we can. My mom's right next door, so my mom and my stepfather are right next door, and I'm so glad that they're right there because that makes it so much easier right now. Well, anytime there's an issue, anytime she's sick or you know, after he had his surgery and all those things, it's just easier to have them close by. So, yeah, you have to try. I don't want my kids to get sick either, but I'm more worried about my mom than anybody at the moment. Whew. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and take this off and start another one just so you can see kind of what that's like. Thanks, Janet. That's right. Yeah, I do. Hi, Violet. I'm glad you're here. I need to protect her. She thought I was afraid. She said, honey, I'm not running fever anymore. I'm not contagious. I was like, I know you're not. I'm not worried about you giving me something. We already got past that stage, you know, when she had the flu. Then I was a little worried about catching something, but now I'm worried about giving it, not catching it. It's all the findings that they have now about the fact that you can pass it on when you don't even know you've got it. That's the scarier part, especially when you're dealing with an elderly person in your family or an immune compromised person, either one or both. Oh, is this twine? It is. I've got several of these, and I think these are 8-2 cotton. I'm not sure. They're different. It's a weaving, uh, but I'm not sure how many plies are in it. Looks like it's 5-2 cotton. And then this one is mercerized cotton. And it's a 5-2 also. So they're all 5-2 cottons. And that means there's 5 plies. That's okay. You don't have you can weave with anything. This this is just twine here. It's probably also a 5-2 cotton just from the size, but you can weave with you can weave with this. You can weave with anything you've got. This is just what I have, and I'm doing it for the tea wallets. So, yeah, I think the strips of fabric would be a lot of fun. Maybe I'll do that when Tanya and I do we're going to do a weaving because Journey sent her one of these. So, one of our Tuesdays in the next month or so, we're going to weave. And so maybe I'll do fabric on that one. That'd be fun. Won't work for a tea wallet. Well, it might. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, you can use wool. You can use wool. You can use acrylic. You can use anything you've got. I'm just using cotton. Because that's what I had pretty colors in it, and I haven't done anything with it in a while, so I decided to make it colorful. I needed something pretty and colorful. Oops. And I'm using 2 at a time so that it'll fill up the weave a little better. Well, you can weave on a piece of cardboard. And maybe I need to show y'all that, how to fix a piece of cardboard to weave on, because you can weave a little bag on a piece of cardboard, or you can weave something like this, and you can make it whatever size you want, because you cut your cardboard whatever size you want. I tell you what, since we're through with the Lapbook today, next Monday, I'll show you how to make a cardboard loom and weave on it. Does that sound like a plan? We'll just plan to do that next Monday night. This is the Clover Mini Weaving Loom Double. And the UPC code, or whatever that's called, is 51221-73177. And yes, it is on Amazon. I know, because I looked it up, and I did put a link in another time in somebody else's video. So when you get down to the end here, it keeps trying to come off. And that doesn't always happen, but most of my shuttles are wood, but this one is plastic, and so the slick cotton just wants to come right off the plastic. I'm going to try to find me a little piece one of these days, a little piece of wood, and see if I can make me a shuttle that's long enough to go across this. It needs to be something thin and easy to carve out a hole in it, but it needs to be narrow. I have a lot of shuttles like that made out of wood, but they're all wider, thicker and wider than this one. So they wouldn't work. Well, I thought about taping it, taping the two of them together. Oh, I could tape the end here. I thought about taping the two shuttles together, but then it would be really fat and it would be even harder to get through there. So I changed my mind about that. Okay, now I'm going to go back under here a little ways. Come on. When you're, come on. That was obviously a mistake. There we go. Okay. And I'm just going to leave that like that. And pull it a little bit here. I cut that a little shorter than I should have. But okay, now then I'm gonna I think I'm gonna put the pink and purple together, since that's what my warp is, and do some of it like that. Okay, let's put those in there so I can pull the yarn. And then I'm just going to, I don't know how many of you have, oh, okay. Tomorrow, the gluing craft together with Tanya at noon on her channel. Yes. Yes, at Tanya's channel at noon. And then when we start our scrappy book the next Tuesday, it'll be on my channel. our crunchy book, I guess is what people are calling it now. We called it the scrappy book when we first did it, and that's what's in my head. Okay, I don't want this stripe to be as wide as that one because I do want them to be, whoops, sorry. Wow, what did I do here? There we go. Sorry about that. I want them to be varied in width, so I'm just not going to wind off as much of this one as I did the other one. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is this one goes over several threads there. And so I'm just going to act like it's not there and go ahead and work my way back through with this. And then I'll tuck it in. And this I'll wrap around the next time and pull it in. But right now we're just going to leave it long. Leave it hanging out there. Hi, Holly. I don't know if I said hi to you. I'm glad you're here. You kind of got to pay attention. There's lots of stuff it can catch on. And when you get close to this, then you have to change to a needle to do the rest of it so that it will not so you'll, because it takes more room to use the shuttle. And then eventually you have to even take that out and just use the needle to get the end. So you're very welcome, Holly. I'm glad to know you got it safely. Okay. Okay. And we're going to turn this up here and put this back through. I could probably make me a shuttle out of some really strong chipboard. Okay, trying to just tuck that one back in too. That way it's tucked underneath there. And then I'm going to go ahead with this. Hi, Nashua. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Joan. I didn't see you. I still don't see you. But I saw somebody say hi to you, so I know you're here. How come you turn that up sometimes but not others? Okay. When you turn it up, then these are the strings that go on top of your threads. When you turn it down, you pick up the ones underneath it. So see, it's the opposite. And you have to do both. I'll show you. So we turned it up and went this direction. And every time I come from this direction, I'm picking up the opposite threads, the ones that are underneath this. And I put those on top. That's how you get the under-over thing going on. You have to do the opposite of what you did when you came one direction. When you go back, you do the opposite. And since we're just doing a plain weave here, we're not doing anything, you know, any fancy patterns or anything. It's easy. You just do every other one. When you want to add in, you know, patterns, then you have to do things a little bit more. You have to, well, you just have to do it different. And when you're just doing this kind of loom, it's harder to do the patterns and things like that. You can, but it's not as easy as on a bigger loom. You're very welcome. I'm going to go ahead and go back through here one more time so you can see. I want to get just enough of it, this one on here, so you can see how it looks to have two patterns running, you know, beside each other. Uh-oh. I messed up right there. Shoot, shoot, shoot. That is a real hassle. But if you weave, you are going to do it. All right, let me see if I can show you. Right here. See, I went over 3. And I was only supposed to go, I was supposed to go under this one, and I didn't. So that means that I have to unweave this. So I can fix that. Luckily, I caught it now and not after I'd done several passes. Because if I had caught it after I did several passes, well, to be honest, I would have just said, okay, we're going to leave it there. And this will be Lisa's tea wallet. But because I caught it when I did, I can go back and fix it pretty easy. And there is a way that you can come in later and add something in there to fix that. But it's, for what this project is, that's way too fiddly to worry about. Okay, let's wind this up a little bit here. Now I need to go back far enough to get to the place where I messed up, and then I can just start back over. Yes, you could have more than one shuttle, and I have 2 shuttles that came with this. I could even just have one color on one shuttle and another color on another shuttle, and send this one through here and then send that one through here and then send them back and forth, alternating them. You could do that too, which would be fun. Okay. Now then, we will fix it. That was actually a pretty easy fix, so. If you do a few of those in a row, you know you're too tired to be doing weaving right now. You're just waiting, work on it again another day. I have had projects where I kept making mistakes, and it was like, okay, obviously I'm too tired to do this right now. And I don't think, at least for me, there's not such a thing as doing a whole project without making any kind of mistake, especially on the floor loom. I don't think I've put a warp on yet when I didn't have to fix something on just putting the warp on. much less the weaving. So you have to, if you want to weave, you have to be prepared to fix things or accept mistakes, one or the other, and sometimes both. Okay. Come on. All right, I'm going to go back through once more, and then we'll stop and go on to our lap book. I just want to get enough of it on here that you can actually see. I had a hard time deciding what kind of pockets to put on this last page. But I think I've decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you a couple of ideas, and then I'm going to actually put a third one on there. Unless when I do those two ideas, I like them good enough, I decide not to mess with the third one. But and I'm going to finish decorating that flip book because I didn't ever finish that. Now you can see one thing that gives this more pattern is that sometimes the yarns twist over, and so sometimes you've got more purple next to each other. Sorry. Sometimes it looks really like it's perfectly, even, and sometimes it's over here. So that gives it more texture. You can see in the blue, with the blue and the purple, that gives it kind of a tweedy look, just because I used two different colors together. I did it because of the size of the yarn, but and one of the nice benefits of doing it that way is the texture. Okay. We are running out of snacks, and it's not an essential. Yeah. You may have to cook some snacks or stop snacking. We'd probably all be better off if we just didn't snack. Okay. I want to go ahead and work on these new pockets we're going to make, and then we'll finish this up so that if somebody has to leave, they can see the new pockets. That one kind of bent. I'm not sure what happened there, but anyway, this is what we did last week. And we got that far. And so now we've got to do these 2 pages, and then we've got to do this, and in here. So we'll do that in just a minute. Let me show you first where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put this probably right here. I may actually put it over here, just because it'll be easier for me to work on my pockets if I put them there. And this I'm just going to glue down right here, so it'll be easy to glue it down. But I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to work on my pockets right here. And my idea for today is to do I'm probably going to do flowers in here, but you could do hearts. You could do whatever kind of shape that you want to. But I'm going to do flowers. And the first thing, I need to get my papers out. Oh, I've got all these papers for a different project sitting on top of them. All right. Sorry about that. It's what happens when you talk about projects in advance while you're still trying to work on other projects. Okay. I'm going to get some pieces that I can make like flower petals out of. I don't want to use the birds because I don't want to cut off part of a bird. I don't mind cutting off part of a plant, but I don't want to cut off part of a bird. Okay. Well, let's just set these out here and then we'll, well, there were more of them in there than I thought. Okay. I hope you can find it, Julie. Okay. My thought is that we can start by making a flower out of just bits and pieces here. And then we'll let that flower be a pocket or a tuck spot, depending on what you want to do. So what I'm going to start out with is just making this into the center of the flower. Okay. And then I'm going to take like pieces. Let's just do it here. To make petals. And they don't have to all be the same size or any kind of, perfect ratio or anything like that. We just need some petals. I'm even doing this one with the flower upside down. And we can do okay. Let's just make some more here. Let's do one more. Locking down Arizona. My kids made a quick food run. I was just talking to my sister today, and she said that she thought that was probably coming, and that she thought it would probably be a real lockdown like they have in San Antonio instead of the shelter in place thing we're having here. So I'm sorry about that. Hi, Teresa. Okay, so if we've got this flower and then we glue it together, we can use it as a tuck spot. Okay, so let's just go ahead and make this one. I think this is black, not brown. Oh, yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just ink all of these pieces, and then I'm going to glue them together, and then I'm going to glue them onto this file folders so that that will make them sturdy, make it one sturdy pocket. I'm liking this good enough. I may just do this. My other thought was to glue down, fussy cut out a fabric flower. Maybe I'll do one of each. I don't know. And then put it on there. It would be, Teresa. That's a great idea. I'm not sure how well that would work since I'm wanting to make it a pocket, but if you were just making it an embellishment on something, that would work great. I'll have to keep that in my head. Of course, I could put the lace behind it and then glue this on top of the lace on top of this and make a pocket like that. But I don't think I'm going to for this particular book because I haven't done any other lace on it. Not that I guess that makes any difference, but okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this one and just glue it right here. And I don't want it to go past this because this is the edge of our page. And then I'm going to, okay, I'm going to glue this one on top of that one because I want them to be, I want it like that so that this fat one is partially covered up. Okay. And now then I'm going to do like this. And put it in here. So you can see we're making a flower out of it. And let's go ahead and do this one kind of the same way. I think I want that one there. Okay. Now then you can, if we do this, see this one would go kind of up here, but you wouldn't want to do it at the bottom. But if we just did some of it, you know, we could put it at the bottom like this. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down, and then we'll decide where we're going to put it. Okay. And we need a little more glue right there and a little more glue right here. See if there's, yeah, add a little bit there. We want it to be kind of sturdy, so. Oh, well, I'm glad you didn't, Julie. That's always scary. Okay. Now then I'm going to put glue all over this and glue it to this file folder, and then we're going to cut it out and we'll use it to make a pocket on a page. Let's do it right like this. And I'm going to leave a little bit around it because everything I've been doing, I've been leaving a little bit of a border. So we want to be consistent. At least I do. Okay. So there's one flower. Another thing you could do is do a patchwork heart. I'm not going to do a heart on my page. Well, maybe I will. Why not? Let's just do it. Okay. Okay, I'm going to use this. And let's cut as big a heart as we can cut out of this. And then we're going to collage some stuff on top of it. Let's see. Okay. And I'm not going to glue them down until I have a better idea of what I've got here. Because I'm going to want to ink those too before I glue them down, just because that's what I do. Hi, Jean Peter. I'm glad you're here. Thank you, Holly. Trash can over here, so I'm not reaching that far all the time. Okay. I may have to recut out this heart after I glue stuff on it. It may be easier than trying to get them to fit nicely. My fussy tearing, yeah. I like to fussy tear. It's kind of relaxing, actually. Fussy cutting is not so relaxing to me. It's I enjoy doing it most of the time, but it's not relaxing because I'm trying to be perfect, you know. Do y'all hear that? Good grief. People try to make their cars as loud as possible so they can rear around and pollute the air with their noise. That's on the highway behind our house. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it's really loud. You thought it was a jet. Well, it sounded like a jet, but it wasn't. It was somebody's vehicle. I don't know. It could have been a truck instead of a car because they do trucks that way too, but okay. Let's see what we've got here. I'm just going to ink these up and glue them on, and we'll see how they how it works out. I'm not going to try to worry about it auditioning them or anything like I normally do because it'll be hard to get them to stay put to do that. I like Mindy's answer. Fairies, Holly. You need fairies. Well, it depends. You can make a book, any kind of book you want. It doesn't have to be a fairy book. That's just what Tanya and I are doing. But some kind of themed book. And you don't have to do it the way we're doing it, but the way we're going to do it is we're going to take a book. Let me find a book to show you what we're going to use. Oh, all right. Where are they? Ouch. Okay, we're going to use a book like this. Okay, this is what we're going to use. These Supreme Court reporter books. That's what Tanya and I are going to use. They have pretty thin kind of newsprint paper in them. That's not that important, but they're very well bound. They're good and secure. And we're going to alter these books and make them into our fairy book. So if you want to do it like we're doing it, then choose some kind of a book. This one is pretty big. It's 10.5 by about 7. So see how big the pages are inside. Oh, look here. There's Oregon in 1851. What's this? The mouth of the Columbia River. I didn't know those were in there. Okay, let's turn it to here. Let's see how big. Yeah, these are about 6. The pages are about 6.5 inches wide. So, and let's see how tall are the pages. By 10, 6.5 by 10 is how big this book is inside. And it's a decent sized book, about 1.5 inches. Yeah, about 1.5 inches, not quite, maybe. You're welcome. That's what we're going to use. I don't know how many pages we'll take out, or if we're going to take a bunch of pages out first and then try, putting it together, or if we'll take pages out as we go. We haven't thought that far in advance yet. We've just been gathering a bunch of things that we thought would go in a flower fairy journal and in a fairy journal. Most of ours are flower fairies, though. Most of what we've gathered up. But they don't have to be flower fairies. We're going to use things in there that are not flower fairies. But anyway, but you could do one on butterflies, you could do one on insects. You could do dragonflies. You could just do a floral themed one. You can do whatever you want. I think it's going to be fun. It's probably going to be a pretty long project, though. I do not see it being a 1-month project, even if we work every. I never have done anything like this before either, Holly. So don't fret about it. However, whatever you do, it's going to be good. And it's supposed to be fun, so don't be fretting. Okay. All righty. I'm going to go ahead and ink this one too, so that it'll be inked underneath the papers that I'm putting on top of it. It'll be, I'm going to have to recut it out because stuff will stick over the edges, but at least all the edges will be inked. And then I'll go back and re-ink them after we cut it out. But okay. And I may have to find some more images. This may not be enough. And I'm just going to let them be on top of each other. That's okay. It's a collage. These are collage pockets. So this one even more so than the flower. But the flower still is, a collage, I guess, of sorts. Or just nature. Yeah, Janet, it could be, that way you can have birds and butterflies and all kinds of things in it. Yeah, and bees. Yeah, you can make it anything you want. That's a great idea. And I want to see what everybody does. I'd like the idea of them being different. Not everybody's being a fairy book. Um I like the idea of having a variety so we can, enjoy a variety of themes. See, I said I was gonna do them where I cut them off and then I'm um, angling them around so that I don't have to cut them off. That one's gonna have to be cut off. Okay. Don't want to stick it prematurely to something. I understand, Holly. It does help to collect things in advance, and I still haven't decided how I'm going to use the things I've collected. So okay, I need another flower of some kind here. So let's see. Something that's let's do these leaves right here. I just think these pockets will look really pretty on this painting background, so I can leave more of the painting visible. Is one reason I wanted to do several pockets instead of one big pocket or something. Okay. I thought you did because you have the fairy coloring book too, don't you, Holly? Am I right about that? Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. Let's go ahead and add this. Keep that. Keep that. Alrighty. Just going to add that flower right there. Okay. Now then I'm going to go back around the heart and trim off the stuff that's sticking out. And then we'll glue the heart down onto the file folder as well. There we go. Let's move these. Stick them back in the book. Oh, there's a piece I missed. Okay. Yeah, we're going to start the fairy book in May. And we'll probably be working on it at least May and June. And this will be the project we're doing on Tuesdays, or at least some of the Tuesdays. I don't know if we'll intersperse other things or if we'll just work solid through on the fairy books. On Tuesdays at noon, either on my channel or on Tanya's channel. We'll be switching back and forth every week, but that will start in May. Okay. Now then, I'm going to do one more, and where did I put my... Oh dear. I need my fabric scissors because I'm not going to try to fussy cut this flower with regular scissors. Oh, good grief, Lisa. I had it right before I started. Where did I put it? Oh, but it's in with the weaving one. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to choose a flower off of here. And I think I'm going to choose this one because it's small. And these are both pretty big. So I'm going to need a small one for my third one. So thank you, Nashua. I really like it. I think it turned out real pretty. And I'm just going to kind of turn that into a leaf there. It's part of several leaves, but... And I'm also choosing this one because it's kind of simple. Okay. And then we will glue this one on. Let's take that off. Uh-oh. Okay. I think that'll give us plenty of room. And we're just going to glue this fabric down also. And I'm leaving a little bit of room around them because I've been leaving room around everything so that everything has a border. You don't have to do that. That's just how I'm doing it. Okay, now then, I'm going to go ahead and that way I don't have as much to work with here when I'm trying to cut them. Okay, so here's one. Uh-oh. Kind of got that one messy. Okay, let's see if we can. It's hard to get my scissors in here. There's the heart. Hey, how are you doing, Lori? I'm glad you're here. And then we'll do the flower. The flower is going to be the least sturdy because the fabric on the card is not as sturdy as the layers of paper. So it's a good thing that I chose to make this one the smaller one, I think. Okay. Let me get all this glue off my hands. Hi, Tanya. That's okay. I'm glad you're here. I'll show you what we've been doing. We did a little weaving. Let me show you what I've done so far on my weaving. This is for the tea wallet. And then we're making some pockets or tucks. And we collaged a flower and a heart. And then this one is fabric. And so we're going to ink them, and that's going to be the pockets that we put on the page that's opposite our flip book. Oh, thank you, Lori. I think they look cute. Now we'll just see if we can fit them on the page. That'll be the big challenge. I probably should have kind of measured or something in advance, but oh, why start now? Excuse me. Whew. Goodness gracious. She's not getting better very quickly. I'm concerned. She called the doctor today, and it's been several days since she ran any fever. So they think that antibiotics have taken care of the active pneumonia, but she's still got a really bad cough. The doctor told her to wait 2 or 3 days, and if the cough doesn't get better, then he wants her to come in and have an x-ray done and see if she needs a stronger antibiotic. But he doesn't want her to go to the hospital to have that x-ray unless she absolutely has to because of all the germs that are at the hospital. So okay. Now we can stack them. Oh, yeah, I might should have checked that first. Okay, let's look here. Well, when I did it, I planned on just doing 2 originally, and then I showed you how to make 3 different ones, and so I thought I'd put them all on here. We could do it like this. They can stack. That would be okay. As long as this one was glued down, you know, all the way to here. And this one's just glued maybe to here. Yes, it was, Tanya. It was. Okay, I'm going to start by putting this one down, and I'm going to glue it from here to here, all the way around, so it can just tuck from the top. So this one will be a true pocket. Okay. This one's bowed a little bit, and I can't clamp it in the middle here, so I'm just going to have to hold it for a minute. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and put this one down here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and glue it from here to here so that you can just tuck in from there, and it'll stay put better. I think if I just glue it on the bottom, I think it might have more of a tendency to come off, and I don't want that. So thanks, Tanya. Once you push them down pretty good, this glitter glue tends to really hold good, which is one of the things I really love about it. Okay, and this one I'm just going to glue on this end and maybe up here a little bit, but I'm going to leave it open most of the way at the top. Thank you for praying, Holly. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the prayers y'all have been saying for my mom. She does too. I told her that y'all had all been praying for her, and she said to tell you thank you and that God is good all the time. Okay, I like that. I think that turned out cute. It's definitely different. I'm not going to try to put anything in it right now because I don't want to take any chances of pulling anything off. But, uh-oh, I just thought of something. No, it's okay. I was afraid maybe I had some glue sticking out that was sticking this. If that happens, this could just be decoration. It'd be okay. Wouldn't be a big deal. All right, I'm going to move this out of the way. And then we're going to work on finishing these pages. So we've got in here first. These will be the easiest ones, so let's do them. Now here we've got the issue of this envelope coming down here. So if we just do a square, then that'll just be, you know, like that, which is not a huge big deal, especially if we make sure it's inked up good. But let's see what we can do. We haven't done much out of this book, so let's. Oh, there's some stamps somebody was collecting in this book. Let's see. I thought I took out some pages. I don't know. There's somebody's bookmark. Maybe it's mine. Maybe that was a page I was going to take out. I don't know. Maybe it's one I was going to draw. Because when I first got this book, that's all I was going to do with it was just draw from it. But I haven't been doing that. Okay. I have not taken any pages out of this book. And I think I'm not ready to yet. I think I'm not ready to yet. So we're just gonna set it back aside and we're gonna not take pages out of that one yet. I'm just not ready. Let's see if there's anything in here. This is all black and white. I don't think I see anything. These I kind of like these pages, but I don't think I want them in here. But they would be fun in a journal. So we're going to save that one too. Okay, so let's see what we've got in here. I've got some, we've used almost everything we pulled out of this one. I don't think there's, oh, there's something. There's something and there's part of something. So we will save those. That's just words. Okay, let's see. We could use this on that envelope. Wait, let's do it. Yeah. So we might do that. We might put this here and just go ahead and put something else there. I don't know. Let's see what else we've got. We've got this one, but we might use that one of these pages. That's probably what we're going to do. We'll use it here. Okay, so let's just leave that there and get back. Where were we? Come back over here. Okay, we'll use that on top of here. And I need something big enough to make that pocket. Oh, that's funny, Julie. I bet it's going to look great. I kind of did that. I grabbed out of this book and out of that book, and they're not the same, but because they're all botanical, they go good together. But it wouldn't even have to be that way. I kind of wanted, different pages to be a little bit different. Okay, this is pretty. Okay, I think we're going to use these two. I'm going to use the leaves. Whoops. I'm going to use the leaves over here, and then I can put this little bit of flower right there. I think that'll look good. And then I'm going to use these over here. So, okay, there's that for this. We'll just make that decision for now. Okay. So let me get trying to decide if I want to cut these or tear them. I've done some of both. Let's see, have I done all cutting in here? Or have I done, no, I've done some tear, cut, tear. Okay, so I can do whatever I want and it'll be fine. All right, how do I get there? Where am I? All right, here. Oh, I'll show you. It's called Wildflowers of America. 400 flowers in full color from paintings by Mary Vaux Walcott, with additional paintings by Dorothy Falcon Platt. Wildflowers of America. It is pretty, isn't it? The guy at the public library who runs the Friends of the Library store, I told him to keep an eye out for drawings or watercolors or something, books like that of flowers and herbs. And he found this one for me so that somebody had turned in, sold it to me for $4. So I thought that was pretty good. All right. Let's go ahead and okay, that was crooked. Luckily, I can straighten it up because this is bigger than what I need. Okay. All right. Let's put this on here. And then oh, we can use that on something else. That's pretty. See if we can get this to tear here. We can use that somewhere else also. Okay. I think we need to, that one I didn't get it in quite far enough to, I'm going to have to be very careful and try to tear this relatively straight. All right, let's see if this will be better. Okay, we've got to do a little bit here too, so. Are you talking about my mom, Barb? And she is feeling some better. She's just not getting better very quickly. And she's still coughing an awful lot. So, okay, let's. Yeah. All right. Okay, I've got to try to straighten this up a little bit here. There we go. Maybe that's better. This is definitely not perfect here. That's okay. That's all right, Barb. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, let's ink this up. When I was inking everything, I didn't know for sure what I was going to do here, so I didn't ink it. All right, let's go ahead and ink this a little bit. That's right. That's right. Just ink it all. Okay, let's see if we can. I'm probably going to end up doing too much and regretting it, but. Oh, see, there we go. It's like when you're cutting somebody's bangs and you just take off a little more and a little more and a little more, and then there's just no bangs left. Oh, that may be how this project ends up. Okay, we're going to leave it like that and call it good. It's definitely not perfectly done. Probably the worst terror job I've done in this whole project, but thanks, Mina. You know, considering how messy my room is, I don't know why it bugs me to have all these little bits on my table, but it really does. It really does. It's like that's the little bit I can control or something. I don't know. Novena. Okay. Control. Yeah, that's a joke, right? Oh, it's one of our biggest human failings is desire to have control. If we can let go of that, life's a lot easier. Yeah, that's true. That is true. But I still remember being that kid who had a hard time coloring with crayons if they weren't sharp because I wanted to stay inside the lines and do all that stuff, you know. I wanted to make it perfect. And I never could, but I really tried. Okay. I'm not so sure. Maybe I'll just put this in here and just leave that like that. Let's see if that'll go in a little bit easier. Thank you, Julie, for answering her question. I figured that you would because I knew I didn't know for sure and I didn't want to speak out of turn. Okay, let's take off some of this and see. I may wish I hadn't done that, but okay. We'll just put that right in there like that. Alrighty. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. Now we need something for over here. And I think I want to use this. Okay, let's go right here. Let's just do a little bit here. So we can go all the way around. Thank you, Mina. Hi, Sharon. We're glad you're here. Okay. We'll ink this up and put it on. Okay. There's that one. Now, we could make this into a pocket if we want to, right on this side. And since the point of this whole thing is to hold stuff, I think I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to glue it down on these three sides. Okay. Now then, the biggest problem would be remembering that this is a pocket here. You're welcome, Sharon. Oh, my arm's really itching. Okay. I wish I'd gone ahead and made a little. I don't think I can get my punch in there. If I can even find it. Let's see. I don't know if I can get it in there or not without tearing it, messing things up. No, I don't think so. Let's see. Oh, well, maybe I can. Okay. Okay. Ta-da. We did. There. That makes it more obvious that it's a pocket. Okay. Maxine? Who calls you Maxine, Holly? I started taking the kids into the public library when Ethan was just a baby. We started going the downtown branch. That's the one that Ethan works at right now. And the head of the children's department was a man that everybody called Mr. Pat. Don't even know his last name. He was just Mr. Pat. And he's retired now, but just in the last year, I think he retired. But every time we would go in, and he would always call the kids weird names. You know, he called Hannah Gertrude all the time. I don't know how many kids he called Gertrude, but she was like, "My name's not Gertrude." Now, as she got older, it became kind of, a pet name, a fun thing for her. But when she was little, it really frustrated her. My name's not Gertrude. Oh. Okay, so here we are. We're down to the last little bits here. So I'm going to show you kind of how it works so far. There's a pocket here. And then there's this. And I don't think I've got any pocket there. No. But there's a pocket in here. And this is not a pocket here. It's just there. But there's a pocket in here. And then there's that. And this. And I don't think there's a pocket on this side at all. These are just here. Just pretty. Nope, no pockets. That's weird. These are just for looks. You don't get to store anything in there. And then there's those two. And so here we are. Okay. So I want to do another one here. I like this gold, so I'm going to do another one of those pockets that pretty much fills up the whole thing except for a circle punch. I am quite sure you look like a person, Julie. Okay. So I need something for right here and something that'll kind of go with it over here, because we want them to kind of sort of go together anyway. Okay, let's see what we can find in this book. And these pages I've got taken out, I can put in journals, and so because they're whole, so I'm not going to use them. They're just sitting there. I don't think there's anything in here that is likely to work for that. It's all pretty much words at this point, and right now I'm wanting pictures, so okay. Those of you who haven't watched before, I want to use every bit of this book. So what I'm doing is taking out the pages that I can keep together to put in journals. But at each end of each signature, there's this page and this page that are glued down. So those pages, I just go ahead and tear out. Oops, no. And I put these here. And then I'm going to use this one. And this one will also be a glued one. See, it's already come loose. So I could use both of those. And they're both very pretty. Oh, I just hate that, though, when they're pretty on both sides. Okay, I may have to save those for something, too. Let's see what else we can find. I didn't pay attention in advance here. Okay, let's move on to the next one, because that one doesn't have a Let's see what's going to be at the end. Okay. Let's just go on back here. Oh, I love that one. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love it. All right. Okay, let's do this. See what we can. If I can help it. Okay. Aren't those pretty? Just everything in these books is beautiful. Okay. Here's okay. In order to be absolutely certain I'm doing this right, I'm going to go ahead and open this one too. Sorry about that. Ah. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Coughing and sneezing. Ugh. Okay. I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go ahead and use these pages right here. Because all the other ones are coming out nicely, so. And I can use most of this one on this page, so that's good. Excuse me. Oh, I'm in Texas, Julie. I'm in Amarillo, Texas. So I'm up in the little panhandle of Texas, right in the middle. Okay. Let's go ahead and that one slid on me. Okay. Yes, springtime. Springtime. Let's see. Okay. So we've got this one now. That's pretty. And I'm going to go ahead and put my little hole in it. Let's see. It's almost 8. So right about there. Okay, now we're going to ink this up. Turns out yours is tan, huh? Okay. Okay, I like that. And then we're gonna okay. Okay. I think that looks really nice there. And so now we've got the same issue here. With this part that sticks out. And it may get to just stick out. It may. This one was going to go over here. So I'm gonna keep that one for that. Okay. Let me see here. Do I have any more big ones? No. Okay. Just wanting to be sure. I'm just going to go ahead and do this one real quick. Okay. I'm going to ink this one up. Okay. Now we could do this one like we did that other one. We could make a pocket, behind it. But I don't think I'm going to, because I'm just going to let it be the thing that makes this whole little thin envelope here have some stability. Woo! Okay. Don't have to all be pockets. Okay. This is going to be the hard one to do right here. I have no idea what I'm going to do there. That one's not going to be easy. Okay, let's go ahead and do this one. We've got a pocket here and here. Oh. Okay, I really like this with this. So we're going to go ahead and do that one next. I'm going to take off a little bit here. I've got to get busy putting some words on some of these borders I'm taking off and using them. Okay, let's go ahead and take off just a little bit of this. Come on. Okay. Okay. There we go. And that. Okay, I think that's so pretty. Alrighty. I have something similar and I'm cutting to size around the edge of an envelope. Yay! Okay. It's kind of sad to lose that, but that's what happens when you use the real book. But you can't, it's copywritten, so I can't make copies. I just have to use the real book. Okay. There's that. Now then I've got two over here, and I think this will work good for that pocket. Yes. Yay. All right. So let's just take off a little bit here. Okay. Okay, Tanya. We'll be here a little bit. There we go. Glue that down. Oh, thank you, Sharon. I love pockets. Okay. Now then, there's a pocket here. I think I need something there to decorate it. So let's see what we can find that will... We could put some of this in there. Okay, let's just do that. You're welcome, Julie. The truth is, I didn't accidentally come on live. I always am on live on Monday night. I just, at the very beginning, kind of forgot I was live. Oh, dear. And that's embarrassing, isn't it? Okay. Uh-oh, I forgot to ink it. I forgot to ink it. All right, we're just gonna do it. May have to add more glue, but I want it inked, so. Okay, I think we're gonna be all right. Oh, goodness, excuse me. I just, for a few minutes, forgot about the chat thing. All right. Let's see. That one's really not quite wide enough. We could almost use it. I wonder if I could use it in here. Depends on what I'm doing there. We'll just stick it right there for now. Okay. We want to see pictures, Julie. We want to see pictures. Alrighty, let's see. Let's see what else I've got over here that I might can use. Okay, I think I'm going to use this right here. Even though it's may not work because I don't like cutting off the picture, but if I don't, I'm going to lose some of these words. And I'll definitely lose those words. But I think I'm just going to do it. Just going to do it. Let's take a little bit here. Okay. What we've got here is the open part of that envelope. I'm going to probably have to glue something down on there, but okay. Let's go ahead and see how this is going to look. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. It says days of note. July 3, dog days begin. July 15, saints within. July 25, Saint James. Oh, that's Saint Swithin and Saint James. A swarm of bees in May, a swarm of bees in June, a swarm of bees in July. So that's what we've got here. So we're just going to go ahead and use it. It'd be all right to have something that doesn't have flowers on it. Tanya's back. Oh my goodness. So were they the beekeeper's bees or did he just adopt them? What did they end up doing? You got us all wanting to know. He just adopted them. Okay, good. Well, we need bees. We don't want to get rid of them, but it is a little scary to have them just swarming around. Okay, well, let's see if I can cut this to fit that. Yep. Okay. That just looks wrong. It can't be. Just looks wrong. Okay. Okay. All right. We're going to do this. Thank you, Sharon. I'm sure enjoying it. I'm enjoying building it. I'm going to enjoy looking through it. I'm not going to make any promises about filling it up and using it because I don't seem to be very good at that, but I love to build them. Okay. Now all that's left is this right here, and it is a conundrum for me. Um, I'm glad. I'm glad it gives other people ideas because that's the whole point of. I mean, I want to make the journal. That's part of the point. But I mean, the point of doing it on live streams is to give other people ideas. Okay, now because I did this, I can't just put a piece over this and then decorate those separately, which was what I thought I would do. But I wasn't thinking about the fact that this envelope opens up like this. So make squares glued to the flap that flip up. Yes, I could do that. That would actually be probably the easiest thing to do. These two things don't bother me as much as what do I do here. Um, I'm tempted to just glue a piece of, well, see, and these aren't exactly even either, which okay, one thing I think I want to do is cut this. So that makes a big opening. And then tuck something back here. Let's start with that because I think that'll be a good, we could just tuck something like this right there. And that would make that look, you know, pretty. even here, and I like that idea. So let's do that first. Let's go ahead and ink it. All right. Okay. That looks nice. And just use word pages. Let's think about that. I'm tempted to just ink this yellow and just leave it. Because it's so uneven everywhere, it would be hard to put something on there that would look good. Let's just do that to begin with and see what we think. I know I'm going to cover up the envelope, so I'm not worried about if it gets ink all over it. Okay. Now then, in here, see if that'll go in there. Not quite. Come on. Okay. Let's see if this will go down in there. Let's do a little. Let's see how this looks. We may change our mind, but I'm just thinking if we're going to cover the whole thing up with a big square on the flap, then this doesn't have to be really decorative. It just needs to be covered with something. So we could do this for inside here. I learned the hard way, Lori, that it's easier to pull on the big piece than the little piece. Oh, but I still do it sometimes. Okay, let's see. Nope, that's not big enough. Oh, what else do we have? Okay. For this one, we will pull some of April here. And okay, so we're just going to use these two to go inside because we're going to make the really pretty stuff on the outside. Besides, her handwriting's pretty, and we might as well show it off too. Okay. All right, let's glue those in, and then we will find our big squares to go on top. Okay. There we go. That's good. Ah, no, no, no. No, no, no. I almost made a boo-boo. Almost. Make sure this dries really good before we glue it on, since we almost glued it down the wrong way. Yay, Julie! Okay. Tiny bit here and here. Make sure that doesn't, no, okay. Okay. I think I'm going to leave these just like this. Well, let me look and see. Did I ever leave anything else? No, I did not. Okay. All right. Wow, did that hit my camera? I don't know. Okay, Let's just do that. That feels... I feel like I'm all crooked. I didn't hit the camera, but I mean, I don't remember hitting the camera, but it definitely moved. So I guess I did. Okay. All right. Now then, for these two flaps, we want something really pretty. And it'll look okay with that. Okay. See what we can find. Okay, let's start back. That one's pretty. It'll go good with this one. Okay. We're going to start with this one, and I'm going to just try something out and see if it's going to work. And then we will decide if we want to go on with this plan or not. Oh, thanks. All right. Now, if we've got this, this won't be much bigger than the envelope. Let's see if we go from here to about here. Okay, let's try this and see. Okay, so we can glue this right on there, and when it opens up, it'll look like this. It's a little bit bigger than the envelope. I think it might be better to not be bigger than the envelope unless it's going to be a lot bigger than the envelope. So let's take off. Okay. Hope I measure that good. Okay. So we can have this here. I think I like that. So let's find another one for there that we can do the same way. And we can just use this one to measure it by. I think we're just going to use this one. Come on. There we go. Whoops. Okay. And we're going to start by trimming off this. And then all right. Let's do it this way. Maybe I can see better. No, because it's going to be sticking out over here. Oh, well, we'll try it. Okay. Okay. I didn't think about this, but no, I think I'm going to do it like this. I wish I had done this one that way, though. I think I'm going to. Let's take off just a little bit. Okay. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Sometimes you have to rethink. Okay, so we're going to do this one like this. This one like this. Except this one is now too long too. And I think I'm going to take off a little bit of it. Okay. So there we'll have them like this. This one will open like this, and this one will open like this. But both of them will be facing us, which I like. I agree, Barb. That's what I'm going to do. You may be behind because we've already discussed this. Barb, see if you can. Well, it'll be too late to tell you now. To see if you're live. Okay. Now, what I'm thinking about doing, I'm just going to do it. We're not going to think about it. We're just going to do it. I'm going to put circles, curve these corners a little bit. It does help when the book comes apart easy. That is true. Doesn't matter what you're doing or what book it is. When it comes apart easy, it's better. Okay. Now then, let's go go ahead and ink this up. Oh, well, I'm glad you figured it out and could fix it, Sharon, because I hate it when it knocks me down to 144 and everything's blurry and very frustrating. Okay, there's that one. Thank you, Tanya. Okay. Now then, what I'm going to do, these out of the way here, is I'm going to put my glue all inside here, and then I'm just going to slip it on there. Okay, see if... Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Okay. Whew. All right. Here we go. We finally got it. Let's put it in the book and we'll be done building this Lapbook. Then we'll do a quick flip through. Okay. So what I'm going to glue down is this and this, all of this. Alrighty. I'm just going to turn it over. Just like that. Okay. No, I haven't decided on a closure yet, Tanya. I haven't. My brain has not been engaged very good this week, and I intended to plan that out before I got here, but I did not. Okay, so we're going to shut it. this is what it looks like this. Of course, it's not full of anything. It's just got places to put stuff right now. But, and I do want to do something here because that's really bugging me. I'm tempted to just cut it off there with an X-Acto knife, but I'm afraid that I'll end up pulling off the paper if I do that. So I have not decided what kind of closure I'm going to put on it yet. I think it needs to be something that has some give in it. Not something that locks. I like one of those locking things like is on those little boxes that we did for the disabled artist when we altered those little boxes. I like that kind of thing, and I was thinking about putting something like that on here, but I need it to be able to open up because it will grow. That's right, Tanya, it's going to grow. So I don't know what kind of closure I'm going to put on it. Right now, this is the thing that I've been planning to put some lace here, but I haven't found the lace yet. Let me look real quick and see if I can get to that lace real easy. If I can't, we'll just do that another time. But I think I can. I think I can. Okay. I think what I was going to use is in here, but I'm not positive. So we will look in here and we will see what I have that will work. Okay, that is really pretty. Does that look too dainty? Yeah, Tanya says lace is too soft. That really is dainty lace. So, I don't know what I have that might go with that. This is the lace I had been thinking about using because it's kind of it's more rustic and darker. So this is what I was planning to use. And I could do one over here too, you know. Let's cut it and look at it and see what we think. But I thought if I go all the way almost to the edge here, that will kind of disguise the fact that my leather is not even. And then we could go ahead and put one over here too. Yes, the Fairy Journal will begin in May. Just one. Okay. Okay, Tanya. I got it. I heard you. My ears are burning. I agree with you, by the way, just in case you're curious. But I'm going to wait till we do the flip through and then I'll glue this on so it can just sit. Do I want a picture on the front? I don't know. I hadn't been planning to put a picture on the front. Yeah, to yell, yeah. It's okay. It's okay. I had not been planning to put a picture on the front. However, Something like this, just that much, might be good on there. Just right in the middle or right here. So, you know, that little picture right there. It's pretty and it doesn't try to take away from the rest of it. Okay. Like this. I don't have any book plates. Lori, I don't have any book plates. I have this green paper. Yeah. I'm not sure how it would look either. There's no way to know but to put some under there and see what we think. That's probably too big, but I think I like it better without it. Make up your mind, Julie. You like it without the picture and no leave it. Does that mean leave the picture? Does that mean leave it without the picture? So just like this? Is that what you think, Julie? You had exclamation points. It must be important. So please tell me, is this what you were saying? Leave it like this? Okay. That's what I'll do, at least for today. Okay. Okay, Julie. Let's do a flip through real quick, and then I'll put the lace on, and we will be done. Okay. When you open it up in here, now I haven't done anything. You know, I could do a collage. I may do a collage on these. I'll think about that between now and next week. We can do a collage of some sort with a focal point on these insides here. But inside it is a place to put a journal. I don't have a journal that I'm ready to work with yet, so I don't have one in here. But if you don't have a journal, or the journal you're working in, what you can't fit in this elastic or whatever, you could have these pockets in here to be more of a place to put things. Or you can take this one out and you can leave this one in here and still put one signature journal in it. So those are options. Okay. And then, well, I didn't show you, but let me find something to use as a, okay, we've got a pocket here and here, and a pocket here, and a pocket there. In here we have a pocket here, and here, and here. Same thing over here. And then right here, and right here. And then we have two pockets here and one back here. So that's that. And then we've got what we just did. We've got a pocket here and here and a tuck there. And then we've got this that has a pocket right here and a pocket right here and a pocket right here. If I can get this to go in right there. And then this is just pretty, no pockets on these three. But then we have a pocket right here. And I don't think that's a pocket. Nope. Okay. Over here, we have a pocket there. And then we have a pocket in here. And we have a pocket here. And we have a pocket here. And one here. But we also can go this direction. And we have a pocket here and a pocket there. So that's that and this. Thank you, Janet. It's exactly what I wanted. You know, the starting with these that were Dorothy's. This is one of her digitals. All the way through, everything is just the kinds of things I've wanted to do something with. So I've been really happy with the things I've chosen. Okay, we've got a pocket here and a little pocket there. We have a pocket here and a pocket here. Over here, we just have open space. So we could still add pockets there if we want to, or we can just leave it pretty. And this is just pretty. And if you're watching tonight and you haven't been watching, I do have a playlist. And for the past, I don't know how many weeks, we've been working on this. So you can go to that playlist, and this video will be in there too. We've got a pocket here and a tuck there and a tuck here and a pocket here. And then over here, we've got a belly band, a big belly band, and then here's a small one that's double, and then here's another one right there. And that's all we did to that side. And so I got some of my map to show. And then here we have, there we go. We have a pocket here. And then we also have a pocket here with a tuck there, and you can tuck stuff behind it. And then here we have, we just have the three what I call a stacked library pocket. I don't know what someone else would call it, but that's what I call it. And then we have a pocket over here made just with a folded book page. And then we have the woven pockets over here. And then in here we have our stacked and tumbling pockets. And then we have a gusseted folio with another pocket. And that is it. Oh, and this is held on with Velcro. So if you need to change your elastic, you can pull this off and change the elastic. So that is my Lapbook. And I don't know what I did with that piece of lace. Oh, there it is. Okay. Of course, it's on the floor. It's where everything goes to hide. Thank you. Thank you. I like it. I'm really pleased with it. And that is crooked. Okay. And now we're going to glue this down. And if I figure out what kind of closure I'm going to put on it, I will be sure to let y'all know. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, you've been working good all night. This is ridiculous. There we go. I don't know. Guess my glue's getting tired. It's going to dry before I get enough out there. All right. Let's put it on, and then we will come back and add some more as needed. Thank you, Sharon. Well, let me know what you decide, Tanya, because whatever works for yours might work for mine too. Okay. I'm determined to. I don't know why it suddenly decided to stop up when it's been working good all night. Okay, I think that's going to be enough. Maybe time to clean up my tip with hot water. Oh, wait. That needs to be down better. Thank you, Tanya. I'll see all of you tomorrow at noon on Tanya's channel when we just play with some glue. I still don't know what I'm going to be gluing in. But I'm going to be gluing something. Oh dear, I bet, Tanya. I've done that too. I had to take the top off and clean it all out, and it was a hassle. If you treat it right, it works really great. If you don't, you have to pay for it. Okay. Whew. It's been a great evening, gang. I'm glad y'all all joined me, and um, yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Oh, well, y'all take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Get some rest. Get some rest and be ready to glue. Love you all. Bye bye.